They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no.
Hi.
Hi.
We're three counselors on the couch. I'm Crystal.
I'm Kiba. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are two counselors, but you are the third counselor. So we always want to hear from you when we talk about these reality shows, these pop divas, these pop culture icons. You know, when we talk about them, we want to hear from you. We want to continue to talk about a little bit about R&B Divas, and we want to talk about the New Jersey Housewives. And we have so much to say about them. So that's all we need to talk about today.
That's gonna take
and
up the
we
time,
we still want to focus on the psychological framework of defense mechanisms like we did in our last taping, because there's so many defense mechanisms and you can actually use more than one at the same time, you know, so it kind of becomes confusing, but we're gonna break it down for you because we could break it down, you understand? And then we want to kind of throw in some other ideas that we have in terms of diagnosing behavior. We're not talking bad about these reality stars. We actually appreciate them. This is a new day and time where, you know, acting and movies and everything has just changed, and this reality phenomenon is what it is, you know? But we want to make drama have a purpose. That's who we are. So we want to decipher between all of this drama that goes on in these shows. How well do they know themselves in terms of why they're acting the way that they do? Are they just doing it for the camera to get some exposure? Or are they not self-aware and not even in control of themselves and do like what Evelyn did, watch the playback of the show and just be completely disgusted with her behavior? Absolutely.
Not only that, but why are you watching it? Why are you tuned in every week? DVR said, VCR said, and you can't wait to tweet and Facebook about what happened on the show and who did what. Why are you so enthralled with the show? So we need to talk about that too, because we want to know what keeps you watching.
I think you need to tweet us about that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yes, that's a good question.
So that helps us know. Then again, it makes you look at yourself. Why am I liking this drama? Why is this drama intriguing to me?
Right.
You know, so hey.
Because I know why we watch it. I always wanted to see it because I like to understand the behavior. You know, as a counselor for 25 years, people is what I do, you know, and I like to understand why people do the things that they do, you know, so I'm trying to just understand where they're coming from with all of the things that they do. And I also have a desire to help too. Like I wish that that there's come a time, and there will come a time when I'll be able to sit face to face with
these women,
and then we could make drama have a purpose.
Absolutely. Maybe we can help them understand, you know, or maybe they can help us understand, because it's not all about us either.
Yeah.
They can help us understand something that maybe we're missing, because all we see is what the TV shows.
Absolutely.
We don't know what happens behind the scenes
story.
or what they do at home. So perfect. Sounds great to me.
So this is just really like a guesstimation, but a professional guesstimation, because we do have skills.
Well, it's going to make us better counselors. It's going to make us better women.
Yeah.
It's going to make us better fans.
Yeah.
So
to be able to see a client from a distance and not, you know, we so used to having a client right in front of us. And like you said, giving us all of what they know to tell us. Because, you know, a client presents what they want to, and it's our job to find out what's beneath all of that.
That's people, right?
Yeah,
I tell them all the time, you always have to read more into what you're hearing, because people are not going to tell you everything.
Yeah.
People don't want to be judged.
Right.
They don't want to feel shame. They don't want to feel guilt over their or what they do. None of us do.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to be vulnerable. So we understand that.
So I think that's a good segue into faith, you know. Because I have the question of, what do you think is motivating her to do this show? You know, is she doing it for the love of the art and the craft and like what she presented? because that's what she presented.
Right.
So we want to read in between the lines just a little bit about
Absolutely.
that. She presented that she believes that these women are just phenomenal in their craft and that they didn't really get a good break, and she's had more contacts and more in her career that she wants to help them get on,
Right.
basically.
I believe, and I know we've talked about this before. I believe her intentions were pure. I believe that she came from a good place when she started this. Of course, once the camera comes on, you never know how a person is going to act or what they're going to do. So I don't know if she anticipated all these things to happen that has happened during the show. But I think that she came from a good place. I believe she did. I also believe she came from a place of finances, of course.
And
I got to get something out of it.
When you say that her intention is pure and it came from a good place,
what do I mean?
What do you mean by that? Because good intentions is a road paved to hell. We heard that kind of saying right there. Like, you can intend to do one thing,
true.
but what is
That's true.
your internal motivation?
Okay,
like,
so
like
internal
you said,
motivation.
Not even being able to keep it real. Like, you don't even know why you doing what you're doing because it's too painful or too uncomfortable to admit the truth and look at things.
Wow. Okay.
So what you saying about her
internal
pure
motivation
intention?
was money, I believe. I got a good payday. Reality TV is where it's at right now. Why not put a show together, make it happen? I know these women, I can reach out to them. They're in a spot, they want to take the opportunity and use it for the best. Why not? Let's go for it. Two, I think that she, just from watching the show through the, episodes, I think her intentions were to really help them build their careers back up and just to be a sister friend. I really got that from her. Let's do the barbecues. Let's come over, do the spa day, blah, blah, blah. I got the sister friend type thing in there.
And how do you know that's not a part of the show?
It could be. I don't know.
Okay, because Faith, I love you. I have bought all your music, so don't trip, okay? I'm just looking at this with my counselor mind. That's what I do. So I'm thinking she more like Shawnee. I'm thinking she more like what Shawnee turned out to be. Because, okay, Shawnee could have started out exactly the way you're saying right now.
I don't think so. I just don't see that.
So you think that Shawnee started off with ulterior motives, selfish, self-centered motives.
I think it was strictly business for Shawnee. No intent of these girls finna come to my house and kick it. These girls finna be in my life for the rest of my life, to come around my kids, be my kids' godmother. No.
Well, she may not spend a lot of time, like the divas spend with each other. However, like that basketball wives sisterhood clique is what she really talked about promoting as well. Like, we're a small community, right? And that we stick together. That the other girls say that in the basketball wives too at LA.
Okay.
That they're a community, just like by the way, Kiba is a phenomenal singer. So, of course, she's looking at this not just from a counselor's view, but see, this is what I mean about motivation. Kiba's a phenomenal singer, so she going to protect
the music industry. Is that what it is?
That's right, because you love them girls singing.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, right. So what's that word?
I'm going to tell you my ulterior motive, though, because I have
not
one
projecting.
as well.
What am I doing? Okay.
Projecting. That's projecting. You know what I mean?
It's I don't know. Maybe
you putting off your ideas
maybe
and what
so.
you believe
what I would do
onto Faith.
That's true.
And you want to believe that Faith
I really
want to
believe that she's from a good place. I really do. I really want to believe that she did this with good intentions. I don't know where it ended up. I don't know. I don't see that in Shawnee. And I don't know if that has to do with music industry or not. I just don't see that in her. I see strictly this was an opportunity.
Well, I hope that's not true. But, there's something that disturbs me.
Somebody write us and tell us. I don't know.
Yeah, like, what do you think Faith's intentions are? Do you think that she really went into this wholeheartedly to do what she said in terms of promoting her sisters and their career? Or do you think that she's more selfishly motivated in terms of building her own career? Because that's what I think. I think that this has a lot to do with her fixing her own career. Because as far as I'm concerned, Faith has not she has not risen to her potential. She hasn't met the challenges and the opportunities. Like I say, I think Faith had every opportunity and probably more than what Mary J. Blige had.
Absolutely.
But look how Mary J. Blige nurtured her career and took care of it, identifying how she was failing in her career. Let me go on the defensive again.
Let me go on the defensive again. Mary doesn't have any kids. Mary what? Well, yes, she was. I was going to say involved in an abusive relationship, but she was.
Yes,
the drugs and all of that.
She was. That's her whole story.
I know. I was going to say.
I mean, even like, do Faith talk about that? You said you read her book, right?
No, I haven't read her book.
It's my other counselor friend who is
a
fan of hers as well.
Faith. I mean, I think she's a phenomenal singer. You know, I do agree with you when you say that she has not risen to her level of
why do you say that?
Of talent. She could have been so much bigger than what she is now. Yes. I don't know what happened, personal whatever.
Just look at simple stuff like on the show when she went to perform. I mean, Faith, I know that you're a big boned girl. I don't have a problem with that.
Big bone? Ain't no such
I mean,
thing
you
as big bones.
you're an African American woman. You are voluptuous,
right?
You know,
okay,
and that's a beautiful thing. I don't have any problem with that. But can you honestly say that as a entertainer, where it's your job to present yourself in an attractive way, can you really say that she's doing that?
No, I got all
she's
that.
Sloppy. Like she was looking she was looking too average.
I got you.
Too average.
She looked like me and you on the street.
Thank
you. She's
you
not
look like
standing
me,
out like a superstar.
Exactly.
Right.
You're
supposed to be have that superstar air
that's your job.
About yourself.
Because that's your job. Your job is to go to the gym, take care of yourself, get yourself facials, have your people dressing you and all. That's your job.
I got it. I get what you're saying.
So she's
I'm
slow
just
on
saying
all of that.
What does that have to do with? Okay.
What does that have to do with?
So she trying to build her image back up.
Yes.
She's trying to build her career back up, which I don't blame her. Do what you got to do.
Right.
I ain't mad at you.
Right.
I agree. And yes, Shawnee did the same thing. I agree.
Yes.
Shawnee did. And Shawnee's a bad girl. You can't take nothing away from Shawnee
she's
either.
doing business.
I'm just saying that were the motives the same when they started? Now, they may be the same when they finished. But when they started, was it purely selfish? I don't know.
Listen, but when you say purely selfish, right? Let's talk about the defense mechanisms, right? Suppression and denial.
Well,
these things are not conscious.
That's true.
She's not.
Of course, I'm not going to just say. Most people are not going to say, I'm finna start a show just to get some money and build my career, and I'm going to ride off the backs of others. Of course, because that's not the proper thing to say. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Faith, if you watch 3 Counselors and the Couch, please talk to us, because I don't know, and I'm trying to defend you, girl. I'm trying here.
and please watch us and call us if you want to, because for 25 years, I have worked in the field of addiction, and I want to let you know and the rest of the world that I've been saying this for 25 years. Addiction is not about drugs.
No.
It is not about
behavior.
Drugs. It is about behavior. It's a frame of thinking. And it's the way you handle your emotions,
right?
And there's some specifics to that, but that's what makes an addict, not doing drugs. There's people who do drugs every day, and they know how to go to work and be successful. And all,
Absolutely. Everybody know a functional alcoholic.
Right. But you got people who, they may use substances, but food is a substance. Right. People overeat, people gamble, people do all kind of stuff.
Right.
Excessively.
Money, smoke, anything. Right.
And I'm just thinking that, she had, in terms of addiction, she has practiced these behaviors that I clearly identify in working in the field of addiction.
I agree. So I'm gonna ask you one more question on that, and then we're gonna move on seriously. Okay. So what do you think in the field of addiction made the difference between her and Mary then? Because battled the same addictions pretty much, or in comparative. What's the difference?
I could say so many differences, but since you brought up Faith having children and Mary not having children, I think that Mary was able to go really far in her behavior. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she went to the extreme, she was hanging out, drinking, doing drugs, like way, way extreme, because she ain't have anything to keep her reeled in a little bit. Because Faith has kids, she can't allow herself to go out too far.
Right.
But the problem with that is that it allows you to live in denial. It allows you to minimize your behavior. It allows you to rationalize your behavior.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I think the problem is with Faith, is that she has had what we call enabling situations that hasn't allowed her to fall the way she needs to fall, so she could get up and say, okay, I'm doing something wrong here, and I really need to
completely heal from it.
Yes, to completely heal.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, I respect that.
Absolutely.
I respect that. As a counselor for 25 years, I respect that. I do.
If she's practicing any of an addictive mentality, which is a one-track mind, if she's practicing any of that, right, then she is self-centered, and it is all
I was just
her.
about to say,
is motivated.
remember, we talk about addictive behaviors all the time and mindset, and we always talk about how we have those. And you're absolutely right. Self-centered, we are,
right.
And it is about I, me, and mine all the time and first. And so, in recognizing that and being aware of that makes the difference.
Right. Absolutely. And that's what you just said it. And that's something that Mary had. Like, she was able to recognize it and pull herself up from there. Faith, girl, if you watching, let me say this to you, okay? The reason why, everybody can look at themselves in another person, people introduce you to you, it's kind of painful. We can be arguing with somebody and we can see their behavior clearly, and we can argue that we don't like it and you need to change and all of that. But the fact that we can see that behavior is because we identify with it.
That's
so what I'm saying to you is, I identify with you, girl. Me and you, you could sing.
Well, that's what I was going to say about, look, Nikki. I'm like, is that why I'm so focused on Nikki? Is this something about Nikki that is just making me look at myself? Because I'm like, what is it about this lady that's irritating the hell out of me? Because she's irritating me, really. I'm sorry. I got a problem with her.
Good point. And you know who's irritating me?
Who?
Teresa from the Housewives, and for the first time,
if it wasn't for you, I would tune that show out. Thank God for Crystal. I can't do it. It's too much. It's just over the top, and she gets on my nerves because she takes no responsibility, and she just babbles on, and it's like she talks in riddles or something. It's like she say one thing and forget that she said it, or don't admit I'm like, what the hell? Lady, are you on drugs? Are you drunk? What? Really?
She's
classic narcissistic.
Yeah.
Yes,
what
she
you
is.
mean by
well, she is. I'll read it for you.
I can see all of the defense. Like, I can name a lot of defense mechanisms that she practices.
Oh, God, she is.
She's passive aggressive. She's in
horrible.
denial. She just rationalizes. She's repressed. But
and I don't even think that's scripted. That is her.
No. That's her.
She couldn't fake that if she need an Oscar.
No. Even the other girls look like. Even the other girls was looking at her when they was doing the reunion show. Like, oh my God! Like, I don't believe what I'm watching right now. Like,
she was like a movie or something. She just was going from one thing to the next thing to the next.
But I think that like, she's progressively getting worse because the pressure, like. This year, they just dogged her. Everybody was confronting her. It was all about Teresa and what she did to every individual that was in the show and sitting on that couch.
Okay, combat it with a crazy-ass husband. Let's just keep it real.
An alcoholic husband.
Who we know is doing everything up under the sun. Who pays her no attention.
Disrespecting her,
And I got to make this image, keep this image up of a perfect family, perfect kid, and them kids are already out of order. We see that.
They out of
husband out of order. She is cracking at the damn seams. And I'm like, you crazy. I'm sorry. You have personality disorder.
Right.
If you don't
You got
know,
a personality
let me tell you.
disorder. And if
You
you don't
have a personality disorder.
I don't know what these stars need to understand that, they got a hairdresser, a
Makeup
stylist,
artist,
makeup
right.
artist, all of this in your entourage, lawyers and everything, but you don't have counsel.
Professional confidence.
Yes, professional confidence where somebody could just talk to you and help you. Like, Teresa, you are so stressed out. You are coming apart at the seams, and I know that you don't realize it because you fighting for your life. You in a fighting mode. You just, you over the top with anxiety. So you doing everything to fight and not fall apart.
And I'm glad you said that. All of them have that.
Yeah.
Anxiety. And one thing I noticed from all the shows, who has anxiety? Nobody lets the other person talk. Everybody over talks each other, never lets them complete a sentence, never can get a thought out because I'm not listening, number one.
That's right.
I don't want to hear you because then I got to think about what you said and I got to react to that. I don't want to think about it. Yeah. I'm just going to react to my emotions. I'm emotions, so my emotions is running everything about every show. Have you noticed that?
I do notice that.
I'm like, damn, can they get a thought out, a word out?
Teresa,
I want to hear the sentence. Can I?
Teresa is the number one, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's worse.
Completely
her and Caroline.
Self-centered.
Caroline and her.
Yeah. Yes, Caroline.
They got to like.
Caroline is very self-centered, and they asked the question, do you think that Caroline was a bully? They asked that to us, to the viewers, and no, I don't think Caroline is a bully. I think she has.
I don't think she's
good communication skills. Yeah. She is a direct communicator.
She is. Now that she
communicator,
is.
And that's confrontational. And I believe that most people in the world don't like to directly communicate because it's a skill. You don't really know how to do it.
Most people don't want confrontation.
That's
they say they do. I keep it real.
Right.
I tell it like it is. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Nene, that's a lie.
Most people don't want to deal with their ish. Right. So if I be confrontation, that means I got to take it as well as dish it, and most people can't.
That's right.
And definitely high anxiety for all of these shows. I just listen to them, especially on the finales, and I'm like, geez.
Jackie is so passive-aggressive is ridiculous.
But she swears she's not.
She avoids everything.
Okay.
She sets other people up to come to her rescue.
Right. Look at her on the couch. Lay down and act like I'm going to sleep to get the attention, to revert it back to me so Caroline can stroke my ego. And I don't even watch this crap like Crystal do, but I'm just saying, just these little things I picked up on from watching it. And I'm like, geez, really?
Yeah.
Really? I can just imagine what these people's lives are like behind the closed door and with the camera off, really.
Yeah. I think
dysfunction, and that and dysfunction for real.
This is a really good, defense mechanism that Teresa practices. It's called projective identification. Mm-hmm. And to practice projection, that means that I'm angry, I'm scared, mm-hmm. I feel bad about myself. Mm-hmm. But I'm never, ever going to show that. Mm-mm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, Kiba, why you so angry? You so jealous of me. Right. You want to be me.
You want to be me. You want everything is about me. Come again, back to me. But again, you trying to take the focus off you. But then again, everything comes back to you. Again, with narcissistic personality disorder, right?
She sits with this very fake, she has isolated her affect. You know what I mean? Like, she shows absolutely no fear. Oh, actually, that's called reaction formation. Reaction formation is, you angry and you hostile, right? But you present in the complete opposite. Right, that's what we started with. Like, you are happy and wonderful, everything. Because
I have the perfect life, and I'm good, and you're just crazy and jealous, and how dare you say I want to be like you?
But then you will see her, like the episode that's coming up in the third part of that taping, where she spazzes out like an uncontrolled animal.
Right.
You know, because you can only practice that fakeness
for so
long.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, but and those are just the defense mechanisms and how we live our lives day to day. But she definitely has a personality disorder. For her to even get in this situation that she's in today, that started way back when her and what's her husband name? Joe Dugiti was living in Italy.
Yeah.
2 kids living in Italy, whatever their family was, and something happened to that girl. Something happened to her, and she probably used that man to bring her over to the States to get at her, whatever was going
each other.
on.
That's obvious that they're using each other.
Yeah.
They're living off each other's whatever. And so it's just this, again, dysfunction all around the board. I mean, look at how she was looking when they were showing the clip of what you call singing. What's her name? Singing, her sister-in-law.
Yes.
She's just so hurt, jealous.
Yes.
This is your brother's wife. Mm-hmm. It's not your man.
Right.
You know, and she treats him like that's her boyfriend or something.
Right.
And I'm like, again,
she wants the attention. She wants the attention from him that he's giving to her
his wife.
And she can't stand it. And she got the nerve to talk about somebody being jealous of her.
Right.
She is so green with envy and looking at her sister-in-law and their life. Because she know that her and Joe
do not have anything like that.
They don't have nothing like that.
It's so fake and phony.
Like it's abusive. He's abusive. He yell at the kids.
She's abusive.
He tell them to shut up, all kind of stuff. And she do it too.
Right. But he talked to the kids like they grown.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with them.
That's right.
They not children. They putting them in grown folk situation. Look at them talking about grown folk situation. They should not be involved in the family stuff like that. The kids should be allowed to be kids.
How much therapy you think they're going to need?
Years.
Yeah.
Okay. An individual, family,
group.
Look, bring them out every session.
You really messing them up. And here's another defense mechanism that she's using. Sublimation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sublimation is when you have this sickness about you, right? But you find a socially acceptable way to express it, right? So if you saying that she's narcissistic and it's all about her, you know how you could be accepted as a narcissistic? Be on TV. Be an actress.
That's true.
Where it's supposed to be all about you.
Well, we got a lot of them on TV.
Yeah. Yep.
We can run down the list. We're not, but we can. It's a lot of personality disorders on TV. And they have found a place to act out, and it's acceptable in the norm in society. And unfortunately, our children are watching this.
Yes.
So that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
I agree.
Because if we don't deal with this.
Yeah, we got to tell y'all what the pathology is behind this behavior. Because it is pathological. It is not healthy. And
That's another thing we're going to do. One of our sessions, like I told Crystal, she's going to have to break it down between a counselor, a life coach, a therapist. We need all those things broken because the lines have got blurred on reality TV. They made this out to be a joke now. Counseling is a joke, and you just go there so you can just say that you're getting help, and it's all for games. But this is serious business, and we take counseling serious. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We went to school. We got the education for a reason. It's not a joke. So we'll talk about that more. And stay tuned to the blog and the Facebook page because we're going to really tweet about that. I'm serious.
Tell them what narcissistic is.
Oh, a couple of narcissistic.
You see it on TV all the time. Because to be an actress is acceptable. That's an acceptable place to demonstrate this personality disorder.
According to the DSM, it's need for admiration, lack of empathy, beginning by early adulthood and present in variety of contexts. So, grandiose sense of self-importance. We just said, Teresa, oh my God, exaggerates her talents, her achievements. She over-exaggerates everything to make herself bigger than what she is.
That's why we jealous of her.
That's why everybody's jealous of her. Preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, beauty. Believes she is special and unique and only can be understood by a select few people.
She brought that up.
These are my friends over here.
She brought that up,
That's why it was so important for her sister-in-law not to be on the show. Remember,
that's right.
This is my group, and if I can stand out over here alone with them, and she's not included, she doesn't know what's going on other than what I tell her.
That's why she's so mad that they came on the show.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She just this was supposed to be my thing.
Yes.
I'm supposed to come back to you.
Yes.
Requires excessive admiration, sense of entitlement, interpersonally exploitative, which means she takes advantage of others, and she does, to fulfill her own
look how
needs.
she wrote the stuff about them in the book and calling them fake Italians and all that kind of stuff.
Look at everything she does. She runs from one person to the next person, spreading lies and rumors to get everybody to talk about each other. Lacks empathy. Oh my God, that's huge for her. Unwilling to recognize, identify with the feelings of others. She loved to say, I'm sorry, after she said it. Okay, she done said all these mean things, then say, I'm sorry.
Right.
Why you don't accept my apology? I'm telling you I'm sorry. I don't see what mean it. But at the same time, I don't see what the problem is.
Right.
I don't see what you're mad about. Right. What? You don't mean don't say I'm sorry.
Right, because it's your fault that I'm responding to you in this way anyway. It's your fault. Because had you not said this to me or had you not done this to me, then I would have never reacted like that. I wouldn't dare do that, not me. And of course, last, often envious of others or believe that others are envious of her. That's her all the way. All 9 criteria. This said 5 or more. She got all 9. Teresa, you're narcissistic, boo-boo. That's your personality disorder.
I'm telling you. Yeah. And we could just, your husband is on a whole nother level with a personality disorder. So you can imagine what that house is looking like. But I just want to say this. Okay, wow. So she's a narcissistic. That's a personality disorder. That's not what we call an axis diagnosis. That's number 2 on the axis, which means that, it takes years to give a diagnosis for this, which means that you have had to have this problem way back when in order to now, 20 years later, say, this is what it is, right? But with these defense mechanisms, we could just call it, just like that. And, I feel so sorry for her for the first time yesterday. Really?
Yes.
I don't.
I think she's like Othello, I think she's like a tragic hero, like, wow. At some point, people liked her, believed her and everything,
At some point, I agree.
But then they see that how much of a villain she is.
So much.
Right. But I think people still hold on to her and she got to have fans out there that
fans, definitely
believe in her.
But the people in that circle, I think they have really come to see that there's something wrong.
To see it. They've come to see it,
especially
real.
The women, and it's like.
But even Caroline, like even how direct she is and calling a thing a thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ayanla, for that statement. By the way, we love it. Let's call a thing a thing.
We do.
But even Caroline goes into this thing where she's trying to beg Teresa to see what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you're going to lose everybody and everything,
She said it to her. And the end of the day, you're going to be alone.
Because of this behavior that you're practicing,
But this is a mental illness.
Yeah.
This is not something that she can fix on her own.
But you know why I think it's so intense with her? Because that's how hurt she is. That's how damaged she is. And she's fighting so hard to protect herself. Joe got on there and sat there and lied. It was like they practiced it and they rehearsed it.
You could tell.
Did you see how paranoid she was? About what was going to come out of his mouth.
Yes. I could tell that they had talked about that. I don't know if it was with the PR person or whoever, but you could tell that they went back there and worked on that thing.
Right.
Like, you better deny.
Right. and he rehearsed it like
he did.
He kept telling them,
let's move on.
Let's don't talk about the C word.
Next thing.
I shouldn't have said that.
Let's move on to the next thing.
So he doesn't want to take responsibility at all for why you said that out of your mouth. What motivated you to say something like that?
Why am I here? That's what he said. Why am I here?
Yeah. And y'all just, something wrong with y'all. He told the other girl, something wrong with you. Right. But he never answered the question. They even asked him, we don't have a problem with the fact that you called her a bitch or a cunt. What we have a problem with is that you was moaning on the phone. And you want to say that you was talking to another man?
Right.
You just played yourself. Like, so you're admitting that you're on the download then, basically. Because you was groaning.
You'll get the man killed.
And you know he's gotten in trouble before for making some inappropriate
Comments.
homosexual comments.
Oh,
you know what I'm
Jesus.
saying? So, you know, he might
We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
I mean, because you wanted me to get on the whole Rosie thing. That'll be another thing.
Okay.
But that's a whole nother issue. We know
But
he wasn't talking to a man. That was obvious.
Right.
That was some bull crap to get out of it. He did not want to answer the questions. Public or whoever, publicist or PR person, whoever told him, deny, damn it, say as less as possible, because they know he crazy and say some shit and stick his foot in his mouth.
That's right.
Now, I can't wait till the other one,
when the husband's coming in,
because you know that other one is plain stupid. I don't know nobody's name. But I was like, I'm so glad that wasn't him, because he would have said, what's the one on the end sitting next to, what's her name, Teresa?
Kathy's
husband,
with the glasses.
Yeah, the crazy one. Yes. What's his name? Not Joe. No. What's his name? I don't know his name. But all I know is
remember Kathy's husband.
He say anything.
Yeah.
That come up, come out. And so I was like, I'm so glad that wasn't him, because she would be so embarrassed.
Both of them do. Like, they don't have any kind of filter or
No,
anything. You
it's
know,
like,
they just display their ignorance, their lack of knowledge just comes out.
I'm
You know,
like, really?
They can't even help themselves.
They can't.
But I, you know, like, I'm just saying, like, look how, just look at Teresa's physical presence. Just how her physicality and the way she expressed herself, you know, the dynamic of getting up and going to the bowing down and doing all of this crazy nonsense, or you know, the way she was leaning so far this way away from the other one. All of this is vocabulary, you know, the way she
needs medicine.
When Joe came out, now that's what really got me. She was frozen. You could see that she was so nervous. Down in her chair
She was
and
like,
trying to hold on, you know, what type of fear is that?
Wow.
That's such an immense type of fear.
Okay,
that
goes
of course
back
you
to,
gotta practice all of these defense mechanisms and being faking it, because you trying to hold it together.
Yeah, post-traumatic stress.
Wow.
Back again.
That's right.
PTSD, back again.
That's right. What happened to her? What happened to her that this guy was a childhood friend of hers that she married, but nevertheless, she married an addict. He's clearly an alcoholic. He's so dysfunctional when he drinks alcohol. Not to, you know, the real him comes out.
Right.
He's always talking reckless, right? But when he drink, he's like super. I don't know if you ever seen that episode where his daughter was flipping and doing a flip, and they was drinking, and then he decided he was gonna do a flip, and he bust his face on the floor. Oh, but he had a car accident, DUI, whatever.
Yeah, I know about that.
But she married him. And I always say, you know, you could be married to somebody who's addicted to drugs, but what does that say about you that you continue to be in a relationship with this person?
Because
when this person is
that's a whole nother tape too, you know, because that's how I felt about Whitney and Bobby.
Right.
You know, people want to blame Bobby, but you know, we all know Whitney had an issue before Bobby. Right. But I'm just saying, to stay in that type of relationship, the dynamics have to be, you know what I'm saying, so strong to be with an addict. You're gonna do it or you're gonna leave.
Right.
You cannot stay in that situation. Right. Either you're gonna get with it or get out.
And getting with it means you adjust your behavior.
I mean, really, you have to.
Getting with it means you adjust.
You couldn't function if you
didn't. That's right. So you have to develop your own, what you call it, like
defense mechanism, coping mechanism. So I get it.
So at the end of the day today, I'm actually feeling sorry for her.
I don't.
Because
I'm sorry, I just don't.
Why? Because if she's practicing all these horrendous behaviors, which we know that are defense mechanisms, right? So really, like, she has this intense need to protect herself.
As a counselor, am I supposed to feel sorry for her?
All right, but I'm not saying sorry for her.
But
I'm just saying, like, okay, I just recognize how damaged she is.
I recognize how damaged she is.
The level of fear and anxiety that she lives in.
Okay.
You could,
daily.
yeah,
You can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very high intense, very
Right.
high anxiety.
So instead of looking at her like a villain and that she's attacking everybody else, what we really need to understand is that she's fighting desperately to protect herself.
She's not a victim though. I don't
That's not being a
okay.
victim.
All right.
Because the fact that she has these defense mechanisms
Yeah.
means that she's fighting. So that don't make her a victim. These are coping mechanisms to protect herself. So she's fighting.
Okay.
What is my dog doing? Don't she know we taping?
Playing with me.
Excuse you, Lola.
Thank you. Y'all want to get on the show?
I have a pit bull.
Y'all want to get on the show? Mia, what's wrong? Okay, we're gonna wrap up now.
We wrapping up now.
Thank you.
We can go on and on and on. You know?
Again, 3 Counselors and a Couch, Facebook, Twitter, website. Check out the number at the end. You can call us, leave us a message, tweet us. Hey, making drama have a purpose. Peace.
Yeah. Love you.